I'm here with Russ Davidson, defensive lineman, number 93 for Monmouth football. He's going to his senior year, which is exciting. Russ, want to just talk a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what position you play, fun stuff like that. Just to get it started off.
Yeah, so I'm Russ Davidson. I'm from New Providence, New Jersey. I played football at Monmouth. I just finished my fourth season. I'm playing my fifth year next year since I redshirted my freshman year. I played defensive tackle, pretty much head up nose for our defensive scheme. We had a pretty good season last year. I'm not sure if Jay will go into depth on that. There's a lot we got to talk about.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Let's get off started last year. I remember when I brought this idea up to everyone in my class over Zoom. I put in like Monmouth had a historic year, their best season in the 27 years, right? The program has been about, been easily their best season they ever had. And I know one or two people like chatted like, "Oh, really? Like I didn't know that." But honestly, last year Monmouth was probably the best Division One football team in New Jersey, and now first game of the year, right? September 5th in Piscataway. How pumped are you for that?
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
I was
especially.
dreaming. I even went to like their football camps when I was getting recruited. I was supposed to go there. They lost out their coaches.
Yep.
That was recruiting me. He got fired when the new coach came in. Now he's back with this new guy. So
So yeah.
it'll be crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, a dream come true, honestly, right? Especially from a kid from New
Yeah.
Jersey. Kid from New Providence doesn't
Yeah.
happen like that. So definitely
Nope.
excited. I know I'm dropping whatever I'm doing. I'm going to that game. So let's just talk about last year, Russ. Like how historic that season was. How each. I mean, you guys started off 1-2, right? And then just turned it over.
So we started off. We lost to Western Michigan. And I mean that was a game that even we never really gave up as a team. It's our first game, kind of sloppy play, I guess you could say. Um, I mean, I remember the first drive, we got the ball, didn't go anywhere, uh, fumbled snap over the guy's head, then a punt block, just like everything couldn't go your way. And then from then, I forgot who the second team we played was. I can't remember off the top of my head, but we started chugging along. Then we went to Montana. Montana was ranked, I believe they were ranked, I want to say 19 or 18 at the time. We hung with them. It was back and forth, and they just took away late. It was just crazy. I mean, every week we went, it was like we kept setting our standard higher and higher and higher. And towards once we hit conference play, it's like now we can set records.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like, what do we mean records? And our coach is like, okay, well we have X amount of wins now, and you guys are so-called the conference champs because we had already beaten Kennesaw. We
Yeah.
went and beat the number 4 team in the country.
Yep.
That was pretty cool. It was an awesome game.
Yeah.
So we kind of clinched it, but we could have still split it if we didn't win out. So it's like, why are we just gonna like win this game and be like, all right, we're already gonna be co-champs or whatever?
Yeah.
It wasn't our mentality, and our coach is like, well, we've never went undefeated in conference play ever, and we've never hit 12 wins. We've never that's history. So it's like he's talking about history in meetings at 7 in the morning. It's like, yeah, it's history, but like you looking back,
Yes.
man, we really did make history. We played Holy Cross first home game ever in the playoffs at Monmouth University.
Yeah.
That was history. We've never had a home game. Beat them, went to the second round, went down to James Madison. I mean, that place was crazy. It was unreal. Like you hear about James Madison, you're like, oh yeah, they're going to be playing in Texas.
Yeah.
When you're growing up and stuff in the FCS championship game.
I mean,
So,
not for nothing. I remember following you guys, and when you guys drew James Madison, I thought that was kind of not I wouldn't say not like right, but I think you guys could have got a better draw. I mean, James Madison was 2 in the whole country, right?
yeah, I mean, we thought we got drawn a short straw, but I mean, we weren't going to hang our heads on it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Once we saw we were playing Holy Cross, like, all right, well, let's beat Holy Cross. Let's worry about
Yeah.
James Madison later. I completely agree. I mean, even like teams like Montana, and there's some other teams that got in there. That's like how did they get ranked above us and stuff? But the rankings, it really just comes down to a
Yeah,
group of guys in a meeting room, and hey, they're 1, they're 2, they're 3, all the way down
gonna have to be
the
the best
list.
anyway, right? Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, we still finished ranking pretty high, but and you can always make an excuse and say you got to draw a short straw. I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we lost to a team that was better than us.
I
So
mean, yeah, even James Madison, they went to the championship game, and I mean, honestly, the score doesn't show it, but that first quarter was one of the
it was
wildest football games
crazy.
I've ever seen in my life.
It was insane.
Yeah, because what they off the top of my head, for the opening kickoff, right? You guys got the ball at your own 5, right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, I mean, so you guys obviously you're watching on TV. Like we're going into the game. We're running out of the tunnel. And their student section is behind us. It's the way they had it set up, and they're saying all sorts of stuff that I won't say on here. But
Yeah,
and then it's like okay, and then we get the ball. They kick it deep. I'm pretty sure he muffed the
yeah,
punt.
yeah,
Or like you said, we get on the 5, and there goes Pete Guerrero running
yeah.
back
First play of the game, right?
from small town Lyndhurst. Yeah,
Yep.
what 99, 97 yards or
Yeah,
something
I think
crazy.
it was like 95, 96 yards. First play
Yeah,
of the game.
I'm pretty sure he set the FCS playoff record with the furthest touchdown or something.
Yeah.
And then they got the ball. They drove down, scored. Then we got the ball again. It was just
Oh, the kick, and then so they drove down the field, and then the next kickoff, the kid who muffed the first
yeah,
kickoff,
Lonnie
he took it for
Moore.
a touchdown, right?
Yeah, Lonnie Moore
Yeah.
off the kickoff. It was so. I mean, like that first quarter was insane. I mean, the
Yeah.
energy was crazy. It was. I mean, I wish we won that game, but
Yeah.
you know, never forget.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching that. That was crazy. I mean, I remember I watched with my dad. I was like, this is crazy. Like, just the
My
first quarter alone, there was 21 points in the first 4 minutes played.
And it was supposed to be like a low scoring game on our end. We weren't even supposed to score.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying that they're just going to blow us out and blow us out and blow us out.
Yeah. So let's talk about that Kennesaw State game. You guys, so going in, playing down in Georgia, right? Ranked number 4th team in the whole country. You guys are
Yeah,
big underdogs. I remember watching it. It was, I mean, that whole energy from the start of the game to the end. I mean, you guys blew them out, right? Blew them out. Like number 4 team in the country, small team like Monmouth. No one thought. And like I remember watching the game, and so I remember watching some of your plays. I remember I texted you before half. You made a nice hit on the QB. He threw a pick six, and I texted you. I said that interception was on you. Like that was a great. Like you made that plays happen. And that was like talk about the energy in that game. Like after you guys won that game, that was basically like the conference championship, right? All in all, I mean, you still had to win a couple more games, but
basically. Yeah. So, I mean, going into that game, it was like, I mean, I forgot who we played the week before. I think it was Charleston Southern we played the week before. And, like, I mean, Sundays come in, we watch film on the game we just played the day before. Oh, no, this Sunday we came in, or I think they might have they gave us off Sunday. And then Monday, we never practiced Monday. We're usually off Monday. You're allowed one day off a week. So he was off Sunday. Monday we came in practice. Like, I mean, uppers practicing. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we just like didn't even care about the games in the past. Like this team beat us. We haven't beat them since we started playing them in our conference, and they've been. I remember last year they won it, and when they beat us on our field, it was I believe it was the last game of the season. They beat us, and they gave them like their trophy on our field in the big Sarah. It was like, I mean,
yeah,
it was actually,
yeah, yeah, yeah. It was just a slap in the face, right? Yeah,
yeah, it was so. I mean, that whole week was just business, and
yeah,
like people on scout teams giving a look. It's like I mean, they were making people mad. They were like there were fights at practice. I mean, good reasons why. Like not
yeah,
just like
yeah,
bickering at each other. Like everyone's gonna give it all. And then I remember we landed in Chattanooga, Tennessee, because traffic in Atlanta is terrible. So we had an hour drive. I mean, we got off the plane, jumped right on the bus. It was silent. And then we had dinner, meals. That was it. Woke up the next morning. Like you could just tell, like the focus for everybody was there.
yeah,
People had headphones. Some people had headphones in. Some people didn't. Didn't even matter. Just people were focused. Then we finally show up to the game. People were like booing our bus and stuff. It was cool. It was a cool
yeah,
ride in. At least I scored and whatever. So then we walk into the stadium. I've never been there. So that stadium, I walked in. It used to be like an old Major League Soccer field. and like it was cool. It was like the coolest like low cut grass. Like I mean, I always thought it was turf.
Yeah.
And watching film, you think it's turf. So, long story short, game time comes. I mean, I don't even remember like the first play. I just remember. I'm pretty sure we got the ball first. They stopped us, and they got the ball, and we stopped them. Like our defensive plan has always been like not shaky, but just like there was a lot of moving parts. And this year we just simplified it. And then I remember my first play getting in was their I think it was their third drive. Their guy was going in. I'm the first man in for tackles, so our guys were gassed.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember I jumped in. Like I mean, they go fast. It's option football. It's hard to stop. Anyway, we scored. They scored. And then we just started like putting it on them. It was,
Yeah.
and then right like you were talking about right before half, I remember just chasing the quarterback and he's running away from all my other D linemen. Then all of a sudden he steps up and I hit him right by the sideline. And they have like those mats for your cleats so you don't mess with the grass. I remember I hit him. Then I turned around. I tried to get up and start running. And I slipped. Meanwhile, my sideline's going crazy. I'm like, oh, is it the hit? No, our guy's got the ball. He's running in the end zone.
Yeah.
And like it was just a surreal moment. Then we go into halftime. I mean, our coaches are pumped, but it's like, guys, it's only half. You know what this team has always done to us.
Yeah.
We were up at halftime last year, the year before, and then like we came out, we just like nobody stopped. We kept pouring it on, and then after, I remember I have a picture of it too. We're all celebrating in the locker room, like it was just like it was something out of a movie, like
Yeah.
like movies where it's like, oh, like not that we're a bad team, but you always have like, oh, this no-name team really does something good. Not that we're a no-name team, but like this team's always beat us. So it's like,
Yeah.
like finally to get this moment was like, and for it to be like my senior year, like with all my friends that I literally spent 4 years. This is my fourth year spending with them. Like,
Yeah.
it's a different kind of feeling. I remember when we got home, our coach gave us off Sunday again because he just like we got back really late anyway. Our flight had like a delay or something, but that whole game, that was just like, it was really something out of a movie.
Yeah.
The atmosphere, like it was honestly like dead, but like nothing mattered. Like I remember Montana, there was 25,000 people there. You went out there, couldn't hear a thing. Then you come in, and then you're sitting on the bench, and there's people right behind you from the other teams telling you like how bad you're out there, and just like just saying typical stuff like kids say,
Yeah.
but it was like like knowing the atmosphere around like different places is just like that's such a cool thing.
Yeah. Right. Like,
Like,
especially you guys. You guys go all over the place.
yeah, and like you watch it on TV, and it's like I remember when I didn't travel and I would watch like the games. It's like all you see is really like the football game, which obviously is what you're trying to watch. But I mean, you don't realize that you have 5 yards on your sideline before the fans are right there. Like just crazy stuff like that. Even like Kennesaw, Georgia. I've never been to Georgia. I've never been.
Yeah.
I've never been to South Carolina. We played not Coastal, Charleston Southern. Then we played Campbell, and like I had a couple of my friends meet me at the Campbell game. Our friends Andy and Anthony.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I remember you came to one of the. I forgot which game you came to.
Yeah. I came to the Hampton game. Funny
Hampton, yeah.
story about that. I remember the first thing you said to me because that was the last game of the year. So me and my
Mm-hmm.
buddy John, we went to see Russ afterwards, and Russ says, "Do you know who that quarterback was of Hampton?" And I was like, "No, but he wasn't impressive at all." He goes, "That was the former Florida State QB, DeAndre Francois." He was like, "You'd be the first person to know that," and I couldn't even believe it. I mean, you couldn't even tell this kid was a D1 player. I mean, not for nothing, he didn't look motivated. He didn't look like he wanted to be there. He was getting roughed up, and even me and my buddy John were sitting in front of Hampton fans, and they were just like, "What is this kid? Who is this kid throwing to?" And just knowing that was DeAndre Francois, former Florida State QB, I couldn't even believe it. You guys roughed him up. You guys didn't let him do anything. So
Yeah, I mean, they I thought they could have been better, but he wasn't really impressive. He was yelling at his teammates from the first time he got hit.
yeah,
His linemen weren't blocking, stuff like that, and like
I mean,
that's
you could
just
tell they
energy
didn't,
on
they
the
didn't want to
team.
be there. It was their last game of the year. They didn't mean anything
Yeah,
to
no,
them.
they had. I mean, they really had nothing to play for. What we were worried about is they have nothing to play for, so maybe they're trying to injure one of our players and stuff. Like so we just try to
Just get the game off.
play simple and nothing stupid up to the whistle, which
Yeah,
we never do. But teams come in like that, they have nothing to lose. Maybe they can make the news because they did something. Who knows?
yeah. All right, and last thing we'll talk about, Russ, is just honestly, like what you think about all this, like spring training, like if this Corona, pandemic is gonna, like, I mean, obviously it's gonna affect it somehow, but how do you think all this is gonna turn out? And you think you'll be able to play every single game that's scheduled for the season, especially the game against Rutgers September 5th? Like, what do you think about all this? And how do you think it's gonna like impact college football season?
Yeah, so real quick, just so like we're right now would be in spring ball. We got released right before spring break for like an extra, like a longer break. We're gonna start spring ball the following week. We've been doing it for I'd say a couple weeks now. We have online meetings Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have team meetings on Zoom, and then we have like our defensive position meetings. So I have two meetings every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. From what our coach says, like I mean, he doesn't know. Like nobody really knows. It's a problem. As far as like football, it's just hard. It's a contact sport. Everybody, I mean, any sport, basketball, baseball, whatever it is, people end up touching people, and you're sweating.
Yeah,
I don't know the severity of it. I don't know if maybe they'll say, you know what, you have just say you have five conference teams, you're only getting 5 games, and you figure out who's your conference champ.
yeah,
I don't know if they're going to say, okay, we're going to play the first 5 games, and that's it. I don't know how they're going to go about it. I mean, I hope it's good, but this coronavirus thing, it's not like it's not like a thunderstorm. Once it's gone, it's gone. It's going to always be around.
yeah.
It's just a matter of getting these vaccines and stuff, and that doesn't come overnight. It comes over like a year, so to say. So I hope it doesn't affect it, but like I said, we both only know so much.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. I mean, I appreciate it, Russ, you coming up talking to us about
No problem.
Monmouth football. I mean, hopefully, I mean, you guys are returning a good amount of guys next year, right? Should be
Yeah, we're turning
just
a
as
lot of people.
yeah, just exciting as last year. Hopefully, more exciting. Definitely looking forward to the battle of New Jersey teams.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys are definitely the better team last year, but new year, new team, so maybe you guys can make a statement.
yeah.
Uh,
The thing that with Rutgers, real quick, I mean, as a new program with not a new program, a new coach coming in, like you need spring ball practices to get your team to know who you are,
yeah,
to know your new defense, your new offense, your new everything. So I'm not saying it's an advantage to us, but like all these places with new coaches, I like, they could be very good teams, but they don't have all this extra time to prepare, so it's hard for them.
yeah,
I kind of wish I knew how they were going about it too, but
yeah. And you know they're gonna come out swinging, right? That's their first game of the year, New Jersey. Yeah, can't wait, can't wait. All right, Russ, I appreciate it, man. I'll talk to you. I mean, I'm sure I'll talk to you in coming weeks or something. So
absolutely. I'll
appreciate it
talk.
again, man.
See ya.
Good one, all right?
Bye.